Hello, Saja. Hello, Macton, Texas, USA. Thanks for coming. So, topic today is be silent and still, but silence and stillness cannot be spoken. That's the tricky part. Everyone in the spiritual awakening should realize the inner silence and the stillness. I may express the inner silence or explain the inner silence and the stillness with thousands, millions of words, but no word can speak of it. Every word is a dissection of inner silence and stillness. It's just like every object you can see in the space is this dissection of the space. That's the first understanding. The second understanding or higher understanding is every word I'm speaking now arises from inner silence. But this is the tricky part. Before you reach this level, it's better you can really recognize you are the field of stillness and silence in which arise all your words, activities, thoughts, memories, desires, and so on. Then you are in absolute harmony between doing and the non doing, speaking and the non speaking, human and being. Simple. Okay. And inner speech is known as the little voice in the head or thinking in words. There's two levels of understanding. Yes, for a beginner or non-meditator, the inner speech or inner chattering is kind of unconscious activity. So most of them we are not aware of. So we may carried away by the thinking too. So meditation, the first part of meditation is that you can see the inner chattering, including the emotions. You see your desires, your thought before action, your desires. It's like very simple. The moment I take this cup to drink, I actually, you may, if you are an advanced meditator, you may notice there's a little thought before you reach this cup, or your body feel a little bit thirsty. So this kind of what I mean is every action, okay, before every action, you may have a little thought or little intention, a small intention. Maybe you feel cold, then you put on a jacket. You know what I'm saying? Every action you're doing, there's a reason behind it. So meditation, the first part of meditation, you notice that intention, that small thought or substrate, how to say, underlined perception sometime or understanding. and you noticed your view, your perception, your understanding, your mental formations. So it's back to the five scanners again. How you perceive, how you understand leads to how you think, how you act, how you desire. So meditation is kind of, you notice the links or the links between each thought, action, intention, attention, and that's the first step. The second step, you notice, or you can use every links of the thought, perception, intention, attention, use them. So that's totally different level. So better we not talking about here today, because as a beginner you don't know what I'm saying. It's so, how to say, maybe you know, maybe I'm judging here again, but anyway, to come back, the inner stillness and silence is the most efficient way. You may read a lot of spiritual books, you may follow many masters already or different lineages teaching, but if you cannot reach your inner silence stillness, you fail. Do you follow? If you cannot arrive at your inner stillness and silence, you fail. No matter how many books, how many teachers, how many prostrations, how many prayers you have done. The most crucial sign that you are in the path of awakening is that you can reach your inner silence and stillness. Awakening does not mean how many spiritual books you have read. Okay, awakening does not mean how many masters you have followed. Awakening does even not mean how many hours or days, months, years you have been meditated. The awakening, the first step awakening, or let's say the requirement that you can call your in the path awakening, is that how often, how long, how fast you can reach your inner silence and stillness. Reach the inner silence and stillness means that you can let go everything, big or small, pleasant or unpleasant, successful or unsuccessful. This inner stillness and the silence is the place you can let go. Once you can let go, you can grasp. And that grasping has no attachment. You don't attach that grasping. You just play with it, just like a kid play with a toy. Because that grasping or playing with any thought, memory, situation, people, I mean, you're having fun with the mental world, phenomenal world, emotional world. Now you're playing because you can sit in a field of stillness and silence. You can reach out, play, but that play is a encouraging, constructive, helpful play. Anyway, hopefully I explained it clearly. Okay. Matton is very talkative. It attracts philosophical attention in part because it is phenomenon where several topics absolutely is actions beforehand before you pick up your yes perennial interests intersect language, consciousness, thought, imagery, uh, communication, imagination, self-knowledge all appear to be connected in some way or other to be little voice in the head. Yes, your thought, our thought links everything. It's like all in one. One because all is in one. Then once you dive in that one thought, one memory, one object, you discover that actually this one is connected to all your background, your experience, your relationship, your memory, your desires, and so on. That's how wonderful we are. I mean, that's kind of way how we say it. I'm getting this from Stan, Stanford research in intellectual matters. Good. Stanford research. So we can use other teachers' teaching, like or other teachers' research or study, but only when that research or teaching or study applies to your understanding, or in other words, you understand what they are saying by your own experience. Then all the words, all the study, all the teaching from others or other lineage, other teacher will make sense. Otherwise, they're just words or just research on the shelf, on the bookshelf, on the bookstore. So many books in the library, in the bookstore. Sometimes we lost in it. Oh my God, so many books. Which one I pick up? Mm. Sometimes psychology, the silence of the mind, teaches also of who will become later. Don't you think so? Uh, Sometimes psychology, the silence of the mind, teaches also of who will become later. I don't quite get you. What do you mean? Who will become later? Oh, you mean the silence for the minds and the system of psychopathy of human minds? Human minds, everyone's minds is a limited understanding of totality. So I use a metaphor. So we have 1 billion neurons or neural cells in the brain, right? And each cell connected with each other cells. We have the system of language, imagery, and so on. We can talk, touch, smell, and every neuron talks each other, fires fire, right? But for the whole brain, it's wholly, it's a how to say, a total. So if I say there's a cosmic mind, infinite big and infinite small, each human brain is just a neuron in this cosmic mind. Right now, we have 8 billion people or 8 billion different minds. So we have 8 billion human neurons if in this cosmic mind. Also, if you count countless animals' minds, so each neurons, animals and humans are downloading or uploading information, minds, their perception to this cosmic mind. And this whole system of cosmic mind is evolving because of us, like Einstein's minds, like Beethoven's minds. Each one, like the great minds, they contribute to the evolution of cosmic minds, and we are in it too. But the most important thing is you realize you are one part of this cosmic mind, and this cosmic mind is based on cosmic intelligence, in which it's already perfect, complete, has infinite potentials. And we are just used as a human being, as an animal domain, we're just using a teeny tiny part of this cosmic intelligence. That's called awakening. You awaken to the totality. Now, why I'm saying the ability I can say, I can talk, the ability you can listen, you can type, is because of this cosmic intelligence. And everyone had different perception. I'm looking from these coordinates of space-time in 2024, January 10th, in Vancouver, and you as a wave of particle in these infinite possibilities, you arise as a American in Texas, USA. We are you're two neurons of this cosmic mind talking about this totality. That's called awakening. We are chit-chatting, yet this contents of chit-chatting is wide, is wild. We are like two neurons of the brain talking about the whole brain. Do you know behind us there's a big brain, cosmic intelligence? That's the amazing part as a human. We can touch this infinity, touch this totality by finite words. So in this way, each word contains infinity. Each finite word contains the information of infinity. Each finite wave contains the whole ocean. Do you follow? That's my feeling, my experience now. So you are not single, you are not soul, you are total now. Total, yet in a very individual perception and the language and expression. Hmm. So a more formal characterization of inner speech, yet one that still aims at theoretical neutrality is to say that inner speech is a mental phenomenon that is both key to natural language. The natural language. Hmm. So human thoughts or minds are very subtle to discover the nature. But the very thought arises from this infinity. So in this perception, every thought, every word I'm using is try to talk about this unspeakable. The cosmic intelligence is unspeakable in terms of you have to realize it. You have to understand it. That's Heavenly Father behind you. Heavenly Father is unmanifested, yet our body mind is the application of the Heavenly Father. Now, I just use more neutral or scientific word, cosmic intelligence, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, infinite, unconditioned. But this infinity gives rise to any finite forms, names, applications, nuclear power included. I mean, every technology is included in this cosmic intelligence. It, every technology, you can like electromagnetic field, like quantum theory, like quantum computing. All this technology or application of the knowledge technology is the manifestation of the cosmic intelligence. So, if you think you're in this ocean of infinity, you are safe. So you're not, meaning you disidentify, you are the body mind now. Because you realize behind this body mind, limited body mind, finite body mind, even biased body minds, perceptions, you realize you are the total action, but in one form. You realize the Heavenly Father. You realize the Brahman. You realize you're one. So that's called awakening. You're so relaxed now. You're so worry free. You are free from the most fundamental level. That's a true freedom. That's the purpose of awakening. You are totally free from space and time. You're totally free from any situation of space and time. You are free from any thought, any feelings, any emotions, any experience. That's called awakening. Hello, Rosanna. Thanks for coming. And often available to introspection of Equify to say that inner speech is a mental phenomenon that is both key to the natural language and often available to introspection. So every thought you're having now is connected to your perception. So perception is deeper than thinking. That's what my key word here. How you perceive the world depends how you think. how you organize your language, your words, your letters. In my experience, I use awakening enlightenment more and more than before. That's because my perception changed. I use non-duality more and more. I use oneness more and more. I use totality, luminosity, uh, connectivity more and more. That's how I organize my words now, because I change my perception. My perception changed because my understanding of the reality changes. My understanding of the nature of who I am and what is the nature of cosmos changes. And the authentic, true understanding of who you are and the nature of the cosmos, in Buddhism we call wisdom. Okay, so it's not just worldly usage of the language anymore. Yes, you still use cup, use food to cook. You do everything as normal world, normal people. But now you have always have that wisdom. So mental phenomenon is just one part of your life. Is one teeny part of you now, and you're not disturbed by it anymore. You know it's empty. It's interconnected with everything. I mean, your experience, your education, your background, your belief, your family, your social status, every thought, every word is interconnected, interpenetrating with your social environment or inner environment. Let's say inner environment. Yeah, welcome to the discussion of silence of in my mind. Silence and activity of the mind is one. I'm talking now in the field of silence, but to it's kind of a little bit mastery of the inner silence, because now it's like, okay, give you an example. Buddha has another name. Buddha is called 二足尊. So in Chinese, we say, the master of 2 feet. 1 feet is in the field of silence, 1 feet in the activity. Or 1 feet in the nirvana, 1 foot, sorry, my poor English. 2 feet master, Buddha is called 2 feet master because one of his foot is in the total silence, yet his another foot is a total harmonized action with this inner silence. It's like Buddha is the entire ocean and the wave at the same time. So my key words here is I'm using the words, I'm using the language, I've been using my mind, which all of my mind thoughts arise from the inner stillness, and now the mind and the physical activity become harmonious with inner silence. So spirit, let's say inner stillness is synonymous with spirit now. Spirit, mind, body is one now. Do you agree? So you're in a total flow of body, mind, spirit. You're totally in a flow of society, how to say, environment and inner psyche. Now you're totally open now. Everything outside is inside. Everything inside is outside. It's funny, right? How can we say that? Yeah, absolutely nothing is possible to us human. Only human limit ourselves. Yes, the more important, our mind limit ourselves. Our limited understanding of the reality limited us. That's how we are present. We are not present by others. We are present by ourselves. We are present by our awakened mind. Awakened mind is like a teeny tiny spectrum of this electromagnetic total spectrum. You see, what we can see, hear, touch, smell is just small spectrum in this total electromagnetic field, right? I use some physics terms now. Now imagine you have all the spectrums, and also you can let go all your spectrum. You can empty yourself to such a way that you are embracing every possibility. Our That's our true nature. We are originally open. We are originally still. We are originally silent, complete, perfect. But now, we are educated to learn this, to learn that. We confine ourselves, our this originally complete and perfect state of mind, to very small spectrum, and that's the region of suffering. The entire ocean collapsed into one wave, and you identify you are the only wave. You are not entire ocean action. That's where you suffer. That's where I suffer too. Your introspection of the mind is studying who you are, or I mean, how limited a thought is, how interconnected a thought is. Connect to your experience, your background, your education, your childhood, your family, your career. Every thought is interconnected with your inner environment and your experience. Our access to our own inner speech is at least often comparable to our access to others of our conscious mental episode. Okay, to say that inner speech is key to natural language in quantum physics. We use language to label things. That's a good thing. We have millions of billions different things. I cannot only say this, that. This cup. But this cup, the very name that is so useful, confines your mind, limited your mind. This thing is everything. If you're awakened being. But in a practical world, we need to point out this cup. This is an entire ocean in one wave. If you awaken one, this thing is interconnected to every other thing, and more importantly, it is right now connect with my mind, my consciousness. In my view, this is my projection of my mind. I know it's empty in terms of interconnectivity with the material from the mother universe. Every carbon dioxide, hydrogen, maybe from a supernova, from another galaxy, or most time maybe from the mother planet Earth here. But You see, I'm using the scientific terms, maybe based on the Einstein, maybe based on Max Planck, or is this a connective mind? This is connective language to talking about this atom, hydrogen, you know, oxygen, and so on. I'm using every mind now. Actually, you see, 3 million ago, there's no such word as atom, right? Make sense? Maybe yes, maybe no. I'm just give you an example, right? So every word I'm using now is interconnected to every other minds too. Make sense? And that's still very superficial level understanding of reality. My awareness play a vital role to perceive this cup. This cup is in my field of awareness now. My mind say this is a cup. So my mind put a labeling on this cup. This labeling helps, but is limited. Now my awareness, which is all unifying, my awareness is not only aware of this cup, I'm aware of my body, I'm aware if I'm talking to you, I'm aware of this computer, this cell phone, this room, my body energy, I'm aware of everything outside, inside of me. Now, this is funny part. This cup is in me. Everything is me, is in me. Everything is me. So language, so anyway, what my key word is you are unifying, you are modifying, you are creating a world through your understanding of the mind. How do you perceive? How do you understand determines how you experience. Can you back to that inner silence and stillness in which every phenomenon, physical, mental, emotional, arise, appears, and disappears. That's it. Can you realize it? Can you see it? So all the words I'm saying is like bullshit because all my words is helping you to realize it, to see the way, to see the Tao. If you cannot see the way, see the Tao. If you cannot arrive your inner peace and calm and stillness and silence, no matter how many words I'm speaking here, it's useless because it is unspeakable. It can only be realized. Relations on understanding such matter to say that it's either occurred in a natural language, like words spoken aloud, or represents words of the natural language to each country. So, anyway, thoughts are not important. Thoughts are not important comparing to who you are. They're just a phenomenon arising in who you are. But thoughts are useful to recognize who you are. I'm using right now. I'm using the words language thoughts to pointing to help you to realize who you are. That's all. But all the words are the pointers to the moon. Do you see the moon? How do you control thinking? Thoughts or random come out of nowhere. You don't need to control them. You just perceive them. Let them go. Let them come. You are the pure observation or observer behind thinking. Thinking happens in you, and you can let them go. You are not disturbed by thoughts. You are not thoughts. You are not the mind. You are not even the body. Thoughts are not your own. Who knows where they come from? Thoughts are not your own. Yeah, it's not ours. Every word I'm using is kind of collective. But no matter it's individual or collective, you are using them. You can be free from your thinking or thoughts, memories, perceptions. So ultimately, freedom. Okay, all my words, all my mind perceptions, all your questions, all my answerings, all should lead to your freedom. Freedom is the ultimate goal. So we earn money, we do a job, we raise a family, we pay bills, right? This thing makes only us survive or live a comfortable life, but it's not freedom. No matter how successful you are, you may run a business, 1,000 personnels, a corporation, international, big, but this success won't bring you final freedom. No. Freedom is the understanding of who you are, the nature of cosmos, and who you are. As a human being, we should arrive at this point. Otherwise, we are wasting this precious body mind. As a wave, if you don't know you're the entire ocean in action, you fail. You really lose the meaning as a wave, as a human being. Because you lose your totality. You lose your infinity. You lose your completeness and perfection. That's why awakening is so appealing. Okay, why Shakyamuni Buddha left his kingdom? He was so wealthy and healthy, right? Because awakening is so appealing to him. The body's natural panic response is to speed up the heart and breathing rate. This may happen when the mind begins racing. Yes, body mind make you survive, but body mind is not who you are. It's like in a deep sleep, who are you? In a deep sleep without dream, who are you? Are you very important? Are you very rich or poor? Are you black or white? Are you female, male? Awakening is to awaken to that primordial state. In the deep sleep, without dream, you are not dead. You're just back to the infinity, unmanifested. Make sense? The moment you wake up, the first second you wake up in the morning, the body mind comes back to you. You are Mima. You are Matan. You are I am Dom. Anyone else here? I am Saja. So the infinity collapses into a finite body mind, name and form. That's the origin of suffering. But we can use this body mind to awaken to that primordial state. Even in Vajrayana Buddhism, we call Dzogchen, Rigpa, the primordial state of mind in which arise the logical reasoning mind, the sixth sense, let's say. There's some comments here. So many comments today. Comment. Racing, Megan say, racing thoughts are thoughts that come quickly, one after the other. They may relate to one subject or many different ones. Yes, I experienced racing thoughts. I took medicine for it for years, but it may now use food to heal the brain. Good. The body is a natural panic. Oh, I want to answer this. I experienced a lot of trauma. Memory came up 3 years ago. I'm grateful for the memory that I'm healing now. So, yeah, that trauma may pave the way for your awakening, Lima. So, if you can stand up from the trauma or any negativity or any unpleasant experience before, we're using an obstacle as a stepping stone. Do you follow? An obstacle in our life can be transformed into a stepping stone, but it needs courage, it needs guidance, it needs help. But anyway, you're using it. Congratulations. So sit in silence more. Good. One piece of planet is where I get off. I need to keep a real view, specifying that I need to include my language one my acquired through learning the essential of standing to the mythical form from our surrounding nature. Yes, nevertheless, much of the contemporary philosophical work on inner speech is itself interdisciplinary in nature and aims to be consistent with and informed by results in allied disciplines, including especially experimental psychology. So, since Madigan, you're so interested in psychology, that's good. But you are beyond any psychology. That's my word for you today. Pure awareness is beyond any mental activity. While you study psychology of yourself or everyone else, others, don't be imprisoned by the study itself. I'm looking at your words, so my awareness collapses into a thought, a looking, right? Understanding. Also, I'm speaking too. So my awareness collapsed to a mind, let's say. But I'm also aware that my mind just is the application of my awareness. I'm not imprisoned by my mind, by any psychology, by any mentality. But you can use it as a tool to express yourself, to serve, to love, to awaken. That's the beauty of mind. But never get burdened by your mind, by your psychology, by your own psychology, especially. Can you let them go? Language is very limiting. Yeah. The limitation and to the form of such cup. What is matters to? What's it? Yeah, cup is empty anyway. The gift of silence, finding peace in a world full of noise. Yes, that's important. We may have so many knowledges, but if no knowledge can bring you silent, peaceful, and still, that knowledge is very superficial. You can do so many things, but you cannot be peaceful. That sucks. You're so successful in the world, but you cannot feel the peace in you. That sucks. Most of us didn't value silence, yet it has many blessings. Discover the benefits of giving yourself the gift of silence. Yes, that's why, inner silence and stillness bring everything down to one simple task. Can you be still and silent? After 30 years of as a human being, after 40 years as a human being, no matter how old are you now, maybe you are 60, maybe you're just a teenager. After so many years of experience, can you back to your home? That's all. You see, inner silence, stillness break everything down to a very simple thing. No matter who you are, how successful, how unsuccessful, how poor, how rich, Can you arrive at inner stillness and silence? We may be a little uncomfortable with silence as a result. What do we do with it? Our bodies start to feel restless. You can split your silence sitting into like small units, like 1 minute, 2 minutes. So once you reach, you find kind of restless, you can maybe do something you are interesting, like music or painting or whatever, hiking in the nature, some good stuff, let's say. Then say 2 minutes, your 2 minutes is your limit now. You can start 2 minutes, then maybe in 1 week or 1 month, you can it increase to 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. So you that 3 minutes is your new limit of silence. You just you grow your potential or your power of stillness, step by step, gradually, and tense, trying to figure out what to do with all that quiet. So we keep filling with noise. I know. Sometimes while try to be silent, you become more noisy in your mind. Yes. Find that unit that is comfortable. You feel comfortable. 2 minutes, maybe you're good enough. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That noise isn't limited to what is outside of us. Internally, there is a constant chatter in your minds. Yes, that's it. But once you notice there's a chatter in your mind, that's the first step of awakening. You know how they play tricks. They fool us so many times, and you don't know. You used not knowing it, but now you know. So that's a step one of success. So you may fail again, but you may know it again. So online, offline, online, offline, online, offline. That's the typical of the sign of awakening. But anyway, if you keep doing this meditation in silence or mindfulness, you will know it more and more. You will know it more and more means you can understand it more and more. You can start it more and more. You may have more control. Let's say you have less noise in your mind. So the key, the principle is just let go. Don't identify. Let go. Disidentify. Let go. Disidentify. Thoughts, minds are not you. You are the awareness behind thinking. You know you are listening, right? I know I'm talking. Awareness knows. Knows what? Knows the activity of the mind. Knows the activity of the world. If you can let go the activity of the mind, the activities of the world, the news, the conflicts, then you are peaceful. Although it may be a very familiar friend, there is a cost to all this inner dialogue and thinking. Expends a tremendous amount of energy, yet thinking is energy. So if you have less thinking, you save more energy. You're more ego friendly. We always change our gas to the battery driven cars now, right? So we should start from ourselves. Save energy in terms of less thinking, more environment friendly, you know, less negative, repetitive, destructive thoughts, more loving, constructive, helping, compassionate thoughts. That's that's a shift of mind. That's a shift of thinking. Excessive talking is a reflection of the internal thoughts and also depletes our vital life force, abiding to the noise. Yes, that's how mental disorders, you know, kills people or damage us. How the people with mental disorders suffer. It's really big deal, actually. The mental activity is deeper than physical activity. I would say the magnitude, let's say, of mentality is stronger or higher than the physical activities. That's why mind is powerful, right? But if I continue use this relationship, body, mind, or physical world, mental world. So mental world also includes the emotional world. There's a higher magnitude that much higher or powerful than the mental world and the physical world, the body, is you, the pure awareness. You are higher, more powerful than all the phenomenon, mental phenomenon, physical phenomenon, emotional phenomenon, and energetic phenomenon in you. Because all these four phenomena, let's say physical, mental, emotional, and energetic, all rise in you. That's how powerful you are. Freedom is understanding of who you are. Yeah. Once you understand who you are freed. So here, understanding is vital. Authentic understanding or complete understanding in Buddhism we call wisdom. You may understand how to play a guitar, how to cook a dish, and you have very good understanding in your professionalism, in your job, in your career. But all these understanding are, you know, incomplete. It's just a teeny tiny part of reality. That's why, again, freedom is to understand the totality. Dreamlike state. Yes. Once you realize you are in a dream, then you can call your awakener. But you're still in the dream. Once you know you're in a dream, you're not a dreamer anymore. But you can use the dream to awaken others. I'm just a dream character in your dream right now. Wake up, wake up, my dear Dharma friend or pure awareness. You collapsed as a pure awareness, you collapsed into body and mind. Now you're entangled. You're complete imprisoned by this body mind. You don't know you are the awareness behind the body mind. I'm using this body mind, use the technology, use this computer YouTube channel, and this Asian looking named Dawn to wake you up. Can you receive the message? Wake up, beautiful dreamers. Maybe my title of my book, I'm writing a book anyway, just a simple one. My title book I once choose to be Wake Up, Beautiful Dreamers. I know this sounds crazy. What? The whole world looks so real to me. I'm so real. My body is so real. I'm so healthy. I have a lot of money in my bank, and they're so real. They're all relative. They're all relative. Mm. They're just props in your dream now. They're settings in your dream. I'm one of the character in your dream. How you look at me, how you look at your dream, it's all up to you. Yes, it's really all up to you. And it's a little bit freedom, I mean, limited freedom. How you project a world of dream in this universal reality, uppercase R, okay, the ultimate truth gives you a freedom, a limited freedom to project a dream. And it's tailor-made. I'm projecting a world right now, and it's tailor-made to my perception, to my coordinates coordinates of space-time. Vancouver, room, planet Earth. And everyone does project a world too. The key here is the crucial point is, do you see your projection? Can you be free from your projection? That's all. Do you know you are in a dream? Then this dream is very beautiful for you. If you can see you're dreaming now, actually it's a very beautiful dream. Magic, wonderful life. So there's no conflict between the dream and dreamer and the awakener. There's no conflict between the dreamer and awakener. It's the most interesting part of awakening. What? You said it's a dream, so I shouldn't care. I shouldn't, have a wonderful life. This is just a dream, illusion, bubble. Like everything is in suffering. Everyone is in suffering. You know, we get old, we die, we get sick. This not is. This is definitely not a wonderful world. But actually, once you can wake up, no matter in what kind of situation, okay, you may live in Africa, you may live in Europe, China, you may just cashier, farmer, very normal person, very ordinary looking person like me. But now, it's just that you are using this character, this dream, to have fun, to play. That's the interesting part of awakening. What the heck? You can live your life happily. Now you're in total freedom, right? You're freed. You set yourself free. No one set yourself free. You set yourself free because you prison yourself. That's why you need to set yourself free. No one can help you. Even Buddha is standing in front of you. He or she cannot help you because it's all your unawakened mind imprison yourself, confine yourself, set boundaries, set limitations. It's all because you are not awakened yet. So, because it's all because of you, so only you can set yourself free too. Make sense? Only you can wake up. Because you are the very dreamer. I'm a character in your dream. Uh, we are called to have courage in God's presence. Yes. God is present right now in you, in me, around you, around me. Awakening is recognized God's presence is everywhere, omnipresent. Since God is omnipresent, it must be present in you, in me. Yeah. An obstacle can transform to a stepping stone if you're wise enough. There's no obstacle, okay? In the absolute understanding, there's no obstacle. There's only projection. You label it as obstacle and you label it as a stepping stone. Everything is neutral. Everything is all your self's play. It's your projection. So you project it as obstacle. Also, you project it as a stepping stone. You are the director of your dream. You are the creator of your dream. You create it as an obstacle. You create it as a stepping stone. It's all your play. You said you are the body mind. Then you are the body mind. You say, I'm not the body mind. You are really not your body mind because you are the director of your movie, of your dream. That's the really interesting part of awakening. What? Mind has fooled us for so many, many, many years. Not only this life. Oh, this is good. So you definitely is good for you. That is bad. Definitely is bad for you. Because you liberate, you project a bad thing, you project a good thing. So awakening is let the both side go. Of course, let the bad things go first. Then gradually you come to this good side. Eventually you have to let that good side to go. Good stuff. And you are really free from anything now. Now, non-duality. You're non-dual. Good, bad, success, unsuccessful, successful, unsuccessful, pleasant, unpleasant, attachments, resistance. You're really in the way. You say goodbye to duality. You say goodbye to day and night. You say goodbye to female and male. Because everyone, now you reach an absolute understanding of totality or reality. There's one thing. Finally, eventually, there's only one thing left. Do you know what it is? Underneath the infinite numbers of names and forms, underneath infinite manifestation of trees, galaxies, forms, human beings, animals, all the forms and names, underneath all the forms and names, there's only one thing. Do you know what is that thing? This is the key word of this session. If you catch me here, you are awakened. Fundamentally, there's one thing: oneness. It's not two, okay? Non duality. It's not two, it's only one. This absolutely being. Anyone answer me? What's that one thing left underneath all the forms and names? Underneath all these questions and answers, under all kinds of books, underneath all the masters, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, there's only one thing, my dear friend. Anyone can answer my question here. I give you a certificate of awakening. I endorse you. You are awakened. Uh, so I can say it, but it's better you realize it. It's unspeakable. It's really unspeakable. The Tao that can be named is not eternal Tao. The name that be spoken is not eternal name. Tao Te Ching. Every pointing, every sage is pointing to this ultimate realization. Non-duality, yes. Awareness, pure awareness, yes. And you realize you are the one thing. You are the one. You are the unspeakable. That's the most what? You are unspeakable. You are undescribable, unmeasurable, unconditioned, unlimited. You are always that thing you're looking for. After so many years of searching, so many lives of searching, can you arrive at this destination? My dear awareness, can you just recognize yourself now? My God, it's so hard. It is unspeakable. Hmm. Meditation is one way to discover that silence inside of us, but I'm a realistic human being. I like to experience. To be in a silent state of silence and stillness is very realistic. It's authentic, realistic, because you can be free from any concept, idea, and the experience. You are totally empty, yet you welcome every experience. You are like the space. The best metaphor is the space and object in the space. Look around. Most people, their attention is on the object of the space. But the space itself is free from any object of the space. If you identify your object, then you suffer. If you identify your space in which object arise, then you are free. Space is always free from any object. Just say this space between computer and me, this space, okay? I can put a cup, I can put cell phone, I can put anything in the space. Meaning this space give rise to any object. Right? My hand too. And this space is free from any object. That's the nature of who you are. You can experience anything, everything, yet you are free from anything, any experience. That's awakening. So you're very realistic. You're very philosophical. You're very much scientific too. And you're very human. Because nothing can confine you. Nothing. I mean, really, nothing can condition you anymore. Yet you welcome every condition. That's the power of awakening. You are so free. Silence is not from external surroundings. Silence is from inner. So once you are silent inside, everything outside is silent too. Mind will have thoughts, but you're free from the thinking. Okay, I talk a lot. So thanks for coming. Thanks for coming today. Thank you, Madcan, Jimmy. Yes, you're right. To find the inner peace, silence, don't shut down the thoughts. You cannot shut down the thoughts, okay? Just let them come, let them go. Focus on the gap between the thoughts. Yes. Okay. Thank you. That's all for today. Bye. Maybe see you tomorrow around 12 or 1 in Vancouver time. Thank you. Bye now.